mother, a taxpayer, a small business owner, and I love this city. For 10 years, I served as a member of the Manchester Board of School Committee. But today, I'm here to support my husband in his bid to become the next mayor of Manchester. Many of you may know that last month, Patrick and I welcomed a baby girl, Abigail. Arnold is here with us today. I believe, as my husband does, that we can do better in this city. He will be here. He will come up here today and describe today some of the plans to restore our commitment to our schools, renew our focus on jobs and innovation, and reform the city government to a city government that works. I'm proud to introduce my husband, Patrick Arnold.
Hi everybody. Thanks for coming today. I'm Patrick Arnold. I'm running for mayor of Manchester. And Kathy, thank you for the introduction. Since 2009, I've had the privilege of serving taxpayers and citizens of our great city as a member of Manchester's Board of Mayor and Aldermen. During that time, I have had occasion to see the great opportunities that our city has to offer. I've also seen many of the challenges that our city has. Any conversation about what makes Manchester great always begins with her people. I chose to come to Manchester to attend law school. I met my wife Kathy here, and as Kathy just said, last month our daughter Abigail was born here. I believe in the city of Manchester, I believe in her people, and I am certain that our best days are ahead. Under the current administration, we have imagined the possibilities. And yet we have never seen a more divisive, dysfunctional political environment at City Hall than these past 4 years. We find ourselves shrinking from challenges rather than facing them. We've seen a decline in many things in our city, but most of all, the faith in our potential, the faith that we have a bright future has declined. 3 Ds, you'll hear me talk about it over the next couple months. Divisiveness, dysfunction, decline. That is not leadership. It's not leadership to say that the challenges we face as a community are acceptable simply because they're challenges that can be found in other communities. But make no mistake, I am not running for mayor to oppose the current mayor. I'm running to propose new policies and set a new agenda for our city. We must focus on improvements in 3 key areas: education, public safety, and economic development. And just as I'll describe the current administration as having 3 Ds, I'll have 3 Rs. Restore, renew, and reform. We must restore our commitment to our children and provide them with quality educational opportunities. Not merely adequate, quality educational opportunities. We must renew our reputation as the leading city in the state of New Hampshire. This is especially true when it comes to job opportunities and innovation. And we must reform the way that government does business. We must reform the way that our city government serves its people. Because that's right, we're in the business of serving. With regards to education, over the last 4 years, the challenges of the Manchester School District have been well documented. Our community has endured massive curriculum cuts and teacher layoffs. We've endured these things under the guise of fiscal responsibility. These decisions have resulted in larger class sizes, many of which now fail to meet the state's minimum standards. These decisions have led us into legal battles with surrounding communities who are looking to educate their children elsewhere. Now, the loss of students from surrounding towns and communities, that will have a devastating impact on the Manchester School District. And I'm not only talking about the loss of millions of dollars in revenue. For a city that wants to attract young families, young workers, young people for job growth and to grow our economy, we must realize that the effort begins with keeping students from surrounding towns in the Manchester School District. Now, Mayor Gatsis has said that larger class sizes better prepare students for college. I disagree with that statement. He has pointed to his own experience as a student in Manchester schools as evidence that our schools are in good shape and on the right track. Over the last year, I toured the schools of our district. There's no question that we have dedicated professionals. There is no question that we have students in our classrooms who want to learn, but we are not on the right track. For your children, for my daughter, I will fight for a better education system to put us on the right track. For what kind of future will we have if we do not ensure that we provide our children with a quality education? What future will we have if we do not educate our children well? It makes fiscal sense to do that, it's common sense, and it's also the right thing to do. Recently, a team of independent auditors, paid for with taxpayer dollars, conducted a district-wide review of the Manchester school system. Believe it or not, there are children in the Manchester school district who can't read. That's unacceptable. The auditors noted that disharmony on the Manchester School Board has compromised the board's ability to provide clear direction and focus for management and operation of the school district. That's unacceptable too. The auditors noted that there has been virtually no improvement in academic performance over the last 4 years. That is undeniably, absolutely, and plainly unacceptable. It's a fact that some of the best public schools in the country can be found in cities and communities with far greater challenges than those that we face here in Manchester. And challenges of the 21st century require recognition that we no longer live in a city, state, or even national economy. We live in a global one. Now, do we want to make sure that every opportunity and every incentive exists for people to live in Manchester and raise their families in Manchester? Of course we do. But it is also imperative, it is absolutely imperative, that students who graduate from Manchester schools be prepared to succeed anywhere in the world. As mayor, I will advocate for district-wide reforms in curriculum and assessment. Not only must we dramatically improve student proficiencies in mathematics and science, but we must also place special emphasis on foreign language offerings. In a Patrick Arnold administration, foreign language offerings will be restored and expanded in high schools. They will be expanded in the middle schools. We must not fail our children in providing these opportunities. It will make them competitive in the economy that they will end up working in. Now, no single person has all the answers. Solutions are found through collaboration, not intimidation. A leader's chief responsibility is to build consensus. And disharmony in government, and there is disharmony in Manchester city government, comes from lack of leadership at the top. As mayor, I will guarantee that every single stakeholder has a voice, that every single stakeholder has a say in the process. As mayor, I will propose the creation of a business leader advisory council to suggest revision to the district's curriculum. This will aid policymakers, it will aid educators in making sure that we best equip students with the skills and knowledge to maximize their competitive edge in the job markets not only of today, but in the job markets of tomorrow as well. Now, I'm told by current administration that we're doing the absolute best that we can with the resources we have in our community. I don't believe that. Do you? It's a matter of priorities. We hear lots of buzzwords, but no long-term vision. Whether it's from stopping questionable land deals or ending bad contracts with city vendors, there are savings to be had, there are savings to be found to make education a priority again in Manchester. We have the resources to restore our commitment to our children and making sure every single student that attends a Manchester school has the tools needed to take the next steps after high school. We have the resources to make that happen.